I'm gonna give you an unpopular opinion. I'm at the Mecca of golf destinations in the United States. I'm gonna give you an opinion that might get me banned from Banton Dunes. I might not be allowed back there after this video. 5 reasons that I think Bandon Dunes is overrated. I'm actually disappointed that I'm disappointed. I believe this course videos and photos better than it plays. Slow. It's a lot of money. You play all 5 of them, play them a couple times, you're gonna spend, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they're playing $1,000 a putt. I owe you this video. I hope this video finds you and saves you some money and time, or maybe it's the place for you. I don't know.
The exclusively public RV golf trip rolls through.
So the exclusively public RV trip leaves Coeur d'Alene and we head to Oregon, Bend, Oregon. And we come across this amazing hike. As you can see, I'm hiking through the snow. Starts out at low elevation hike, and it's like a 15-mile round trip hike. We make our way up to the top to this gorgeous lake that's like 35 degrees. I do a little polar plunge. We make our way back down. You have to see Bend, Oregon. Amazing city. We find this waterfall hike you'll see in a second here. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous town. So our RV leaves Bend, Oregon, and we head to Bandon Dunes. And we find this amazing, amazing RV resort right on the water. Check this out. Gorgeous. So the vibes are high. I'm gonna play Bandon Dunes. We're at this amazing resort. I'm at the Mecca of golf destinations in the United States, according to few. But I'll tell you what, I'm gonna give you an unpopular opinion. I'm gonna give you an opinion that might get me banned from Bandon Dunes. I might not be allowed back there after this video is released. So let's get right into it. This is the first hole. A little nerve-wracking. You got the restaurant over my right shoulder. You got the caddy shot down there to the right. The wind's blowing 30 miles an hour, which is to be expected here. And I pipe one down the middle. I take a rescue wood. I hit one on the green, and we got a nice look at birdie. But this video is not going to be about my round and my score. Although I did shoot in the 80s, it wasn't my best. This is about 5 reasons that I think Bandon Dunes is overrated. I think it's an overrated golf destination. And here you go. Number 1, I didn't feel the warm and fuzzies. When I pulled up, I dropped my golf bag off there, went in and paid. My golf bag was still there. There was no welcome to Bandon Dunes feeling like I've arrived. So it's disappointing there. Also, you'll see no drone footage throughout the rest of this video because I had called the pro shop prior, and the pro shop said, no problem at all, you can fly the drone. When I got there, they said you have to talk to the director of communications, you can't just fly the drone. I emailed, called, 10 days later, I get something back from the director of communications. So I'm not feeling the warm and fuzzies with the communication and the way that I'm being treated there. So there's my number 1 problem with Bandon Dunes was when I arrived, it was like, it just didn't matter, man. I was just a number. So anyway, we're on to the 4th hole here, which is really your first kind of glimpse of the Pacific Ocean. And I'll give you my number 2 reason of why I think Bandon Dunes is overrated. These courses kind of blend to me. When I talk about these courses, I'm talking about Bandon Dunes, Old McDonald, and Pacific Dunes. Those 3 courses, there's a couple holes along the water, just like number 4 here, right? And then the holes kind of go back away from the Pacific and you kind of don't see it again. So in my mind, this photo right here is the greatest golf photo I've ever seen in my life. This is one of the reasons I came here, because what I'll say is I believe this course videos and photos better than it plays. This number 5 hole here is a sick golf hole, 4, 5, 6, and I was expecting a lot of this and I didn't get it. In fact, the 3 courses kind of blend. I can't tell you where Old McDonald stops and Bandon picks up, and Pacific and Old McDonald, they kind of mix. The holes are zigzagging in and out. Look, I'm a little bit of a snob when it comes to golf architecture. I like my Gil Hanses. I like my Pete Dyes. I like my Donald Rosses. I could go on and on and on. You know, I like a course that has history with US Opens and things like that. That's when I think about Mecca. I think about that stuff. And this course is newer. But I feel like I didn't love the course architecture and the way the holes just kind of interchange with each other throughout those 3 courses. So there's my number 2 reason. But this 4th, 5th hole, this is an amazing, amazing golf hole. Let me give you number 3. It's $450 to play. And plus $100 for the caddy, right? So you have $550 to play Bandon Dunes, Bandon Trails, Old McDonald, Sheep Farm, and Bandon Trails, right? The 5 courses. $550, that's a lot of money. You play all 5 of them, play them a couple times, you're gonna spend $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 with airfare to play Bandon Dunes. So I feel like I owe you this video. So, you know, if you're that guy that is gonna take all of your money and spend it on one trip, you get one time away from the family, maybe this is the place for you. You go get drunk, you get hammered, you don't remember how the golf went, you don't really remember the golf course, you were there with your boys. Maybe this is the place for you. This could be your place. But if you told me this course was $150 and 1 hour away from my house, I'd probably play it once a summer. Yeah, I'd probably play it once a summer for $150 if it was an hour away. But you make me fly to Portland and then drive 5 hours to get to Bandon Dunes? There was a level of disappointment, there really was. And I'm disappointed. I'm actually disappointed that I'm disappointed. $450, it's overpriced. So there's number 3. So let's get into the 4th reason. And you'll see it here in this one here. These greens, man, they're slow. I'm a country club guy. I like them fast. And it's this eternal argument that I have with some country club buddies and caddies here at the course. Why are the greens so slow? I'm telling you, forget about Bandon Trails. I put it with a driver at Bandon Trails. But at Bandon Dunes here, okay, I'm telling you, I think the greens are running 7 on the stimp. Slow, 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 slow. Hard as a rock fairways, slow greens. I don't want to hear this debate that the water blows off of the Pacific and they have to keep them this way because we putt it right off the green. I don't putt balls off the green. I don't know who you're talking about, a guy that's a 40 handicap, but I don't putt balls off the green. Speed up the greens, man. I can't pay $550 for greens that are running 7 on the stem, which, by the way, 10 days before I showed up, after I'd already booked in full, I got an email saying that they had aerated 2 of the 5 courses. 2 of the 5 courses, some type of aeration with the Poana. Just unbelievable, man. So just disappointing with the speed of the green. I'm a fast green type of guy. You can't be in my upper echelon of courses if the greens are putting 7 or 8 on the step meter. I'm just sorry. So this was a great hole here, number 16, right on the water. And then here's 18. I stood on this 18 tee box for so long. So the last thing, the 5 reason why I think Bandon Dunes is overrated, pace of play. I mean, you know, I heard a caddy say, for the amount of money that you guys pay here, they're not going to tell you to speed up. That's bullshit, man. Like, this was a 5.5 hour round. Like, I started out at Bandon Dunes with a 5.5 hour round. I'm gonna show you in a second here, the guys that are in front of me. Hammered, drunk, hammered. No one says anything to them. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they're playing $1,000 a putt, but the way these guys were acting on the green, you'd think they were in the biggest match you've ever seen in your entire life. 5.5 hours. I don't know how many fucking beers they drank, but not good, man. So, like, the pace of play has to improve. I don't care what people pay. You need somebody to step up and go, hey guys, you're 30 minutes off of 5 hours. Come on, man, get it together. So those are my top 5 reasons. This might be an unpopular opinion. By the way, on this hole right here, I almost make par. I topped one off the first tee and then I kind of shoot balls all over the place. And then I got a putt here to end this round with a par that I just missed. And that's okay. Well, there's my opinion. Love it, hate it. I think it's overrated. I hope this video finds you and saves you some money and time, or maybe it's the place for you. I don't know. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I hope you're enjoying these videos. Right now, I'm on the exclusively public RV golf trip, 50 days coast to coast, East Coast, the West Coast, back to East Coast. I'm gonna see some amazing public golf courses that have an exclusive feel to them. And at the end of this RV golf trip, I'm gonna give you the best of the best, the trip that you need to make happen. No matter what happens, you need to make this trip happen. If you love golf the way I love golf, You need to make it happen. So stay tuned for the big reveal at the end of this RV golf trip. Appreciate the support.